Friends and family of a man shot by police take to the streets of Santa Ana to provide awareness.
Our furry friends have a new place to visit as Anaheim opens its new dog park.
A new sports center in Irvine welcomes all athletes. Aaoc starts right now. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Around and About Orange County News. I'm Alex Lopez.
And I'm Claudia Buccio. Welcome to the show.
The drama is over, the victim is safe, and no ransom was paid. Jeff Sparks has the details.
Police authorities were called to the Huntington Beach apartment this morning as part of a Northern California kidnapping story. 29-year-old Denise Huskins was located Wednesday at her father's apartment. Details regarding her status or how she was found were not immediately available. Reports indicate Huskins' boyfriend, 30-year-old Aaron Quinn, called Vallejo police Monday afternoon that she had been abducted from his Vallejo home in the middle of the night and that intruders had demanded a ransom for her return. At her father's apartment complex, we spoke to neighbor Christian Zybarth.
At around 11 a.m., actually, I looked out through the kitchen window or sliding door and saw yellow police tape and some police officers and vehicles, and of course wondered what was happening, if there was a situation going on at that moment or what. I asked one of the officers through the window and he said everybody's safe, everybody's okay, there has just been a little excitement.
How Denise Huskins made it from the Bay Area to Huntington Beach remains a mystery. The 29-year-old kidnapped victim has turned up safe and sound. The authorities do not have any other information to share with us at this time. From Huntington Beach, reporting for Around and About Orange County News, I'm Jeff Sparks.
Details have come up that the whole scheme was orchestrated. A white 2014 Honda Civic belonging to a missing Orange County woman, Aaoc Alonzo, has been found in an Alejo Viejo neighborhood. The 27-year-old has been missing since February 14th after she went out with her ex-boyfriend. The two got into an argument and Alonzo left her ex-boyfriend's home around midnight. Along with additional information, is asked to call the Orange County Sheriff's Department Homicide Unit at 714-647-7055.
The story of Ernesto has caused controversy around city borders is far from over. Our reporter Jeanette Duran gives us the details.
Till this day, Mr. Canepa's family continues to grieve his tragic death. But on Sunday, they turned all their emotions into strain, and with the help of the community, rallied the streets to make a point, which they made clear as they yelled out, "Ernesto deserves justice." The walk began on 3rd and Shelton, where Ernesto was shot by police. They made their way onto Bristol and First, where they caused a traffic jam in which many pedestrians were angry and yelling things out such as, "This is not the way to prove your point."
As more individuals get together, everybody plays their part. Little media becomes big media, and the message gets out there. Communities become empowered. The more empowered a community gets, the more obsolete a police force is needed.
Police arrived to the scene, and although the protesters were not happy with their presence, the police blocked off the streets for them, making sure no one got hurt as they made their way down Santa Ana Boulevard and back to the starting point.
It was on these same streets where Ernesto Canepa was shot down by police, and 3 weeks later, his family and friends gathered to the streets to ask for justice. Reporting for Around and About Orange County News, I'm Jeanette Duran.
Could this impacting act be the end of the conflict or just the beginning? We will keep you updated as this story develops. Tragedy collided with a 20-year-old male skateboarder Friday morning on Glendale Mountain Road near the Angeles National Forest. Eric Peterson of Clayton was skating downhill on a curved mountain road when he was fatally struck by a dump truck going uphill. Peterson, who was pronounced dead at the scene, was known to frequently show his love for skateboarding. A candlelight vigil was held Sunday night at the Mesa parking structure at the UC Irvine campus where he attended school. Many brought their skateboards and positive vibes in remembrance of Peterson and say he spent the last minutes of his life doing what he loved.
A new policy has been adopted by Santa Ana and Santiago Canyon College. Adin Servin has the details.
Rancho Santiago Community College District wants to add armed security on both of its campuses, Santa Ana College and Santiago Canyon College. The campuses will be the first public colleges or universities in Orange County with armed security guards, although several other schools already have armed police officers. Officials say that the policy is part of an effort to be more proactive against potential threats.
The district, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, after the shooting in Santa Monica and some other school shootings, wanted to examine the security here for the district. Us being armed doesn't diminish the safety at all. In fact, it gives us an extra tool to be able to respond to threats and makes the campus even more safe.
The policy, approved unanimously by district trustees early in the month of February, calls for arming 16 guards and managers within the next year to 18 months. In Santa Ana, Adan Serbi, Around and About, Orange County News.
The armed security guards will be on campus during the fall semester. Mama Bear has been sentenced for kidnapping and assault. The wife of a white supremacist gang leader was ordered to serve 20 years in prison for the 2010 kidnapping and assault of a gang member for money to pay off a car impound fee. Ruthie Christine Marshall, 46, of Garden Grove, known as Mama Bear, and 4 other defendants lured Jimmy Ball to 2 motels where he was beaten and held captive. The 3 defendants each received life in prison and others received 3 years in prison. In July 2010, Marshall's car was impounded during a police traffic stop after Ball took it for several days without permission.
The remodeled planetarium on our campus has opened its doors, and our reporter Katia Ruiz was there to give us a new look at the sky.
This past week, the reopening of the planetarium was a total success. Many students, spectators, and staff were present at the event. After many months of waiting, the M building has finally reopened its doors. We were lucky in giving the exclusive inside look on what we can expect at the upcoming shows. There present, we met teacher and presenter of the planetarium shows, Dr. Eastman, and this is what he had to say to us.
We have remodeled the entry and certainly make us look better for our 100th anniversary here on the outside. We've upgraded our shows, and we also have another stage coming. We have about 6 high-definition LCD projectors around the horizon that we can show new images from NASA and satellites and comets, things like that. But we're also getting some new projectors for the dome that will allow us to have high-definition video up there, and so that's probably going to be coming this summer. So this is just the first start, getting the building ready to go, and now we're going to put in this new equipment in the months ahead. But it's great to have it back. The seating's better than it was before. The seats are more stable. We can still hold about 100 students inside the planetarium, but there's more coming, and it's good to have the veterans with us as well and be able to share the space with them.
The new grand opening of the Tesman Planetarium has been a total success, with many spectators coming to see the show. Reporting for Around and About Orange County News, I'm Katia Ruiz.
The planetarium is open Mondays and Wednesdays at 9:30 and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. For more information, visit their webpage at sac.edu/planetarium. Have you replaced tobacco with vaping for a healthier experience yet? Well, you might want to rethink that. The California Department of Health has declared e-cigarettes as a public health risk and is launching a campaign against them. The department is also concerned that television ads are targeting young audiences to purchase these devices after seeing an increase in use. Local vapor shops have taken strict measures to ensure that they are sold only to adults. Health officials say that e-cigs contain fewer carcinogens than tobacco, but more research is still needed. The anti-e-cigarette campaign is expected to run through June. Now, Leanne Rosales gives us the latest going on in the entertainment world.
Hello, my name is Leanne Rosales, and I have plenty of exciting entertainment news for you today. Do you ever wonder why whales migrate? Well, our reporter Adan Servin has the story.
Off the coast of Dana Point, the Festival of Whales is an event that welcomes back the return of the gray whales. The festival is held on the first 2 weekends of March and it attracts hundreds of spectators. I spoke to an Ocean Institute employee about why the whales return.
So in the fall, the gray whales transit from Alaska down to Baja, and then they have their babies down in the nice, warm Mexican waters where it's safe. They go down to like San Ignacio Bay where it's protected. And then once the babies are big enough, then they go back up to Alaska where there's a lot more food. So the food's in Alaska, safe, warm waters are in Baja, and they just kind of go back and forth.
There was also fun-filled activities for the family to enjoy. For example, taking a tour of the Institute, photo ops of mermaids, racing with dolphins, and, of course, whale watching. In Dana Point, Alan Servin, Around and About, Orange County News.
To learn more about the whales, visit the website www.festivalofwhales.com. Knott's Berry Farm is remembering its past with boysenberries. In an effort to differentiate itself from other parks, Knott's is displaying memorabilia and revamping rides to revisit its origins dating back to the 1920s. The amusement park wanted to bring back its berry farm roots and other items that contributed to its rich heritage. The Berry Historical exhibit will be on display until April 12. Are you looking for a place to take your dog for some quality time together? Well, you're in luck. Alex Lopez has found it.
The city of Anaheim has a new dog park. Now Anaheim's four-legged friends finally have a place to be, well, a dog. The park is separated into two sections, one for small dogs and one for big dogs. Wow, look at that dog go. The green grass, breezy trees, wide open space, and a sense of community attracts visitors to bring their furry friends along for a fun day at the park. I spoke to a proud dog owner to see what she liked about the newly opened establishment.
I like that it's really grassy and stuff. I mean, I know the dogs, they're going to tear it up and stuff like that. So I hope they keep up with it. I hope they keep it nice and grassy, and maybe, a sand pit would be cool for the dogs that like to dig, and maybe some boxes or something so that people who want to donate toys or want to, balls or something like that, they won't just get destroyed on the floor. That'd be cool. But I mean, it's great though. It's really, really cool. They got all the trees, lots of shade, benches, trash cans everywhere, so it looks great. I'm impressed.
They say that dog is man's best friend. So be a pal and take him to the park. Well, there you have it. Nice dogs, nice people, nice atmosphere. Here in Anaheim, reporting for Roundabout Orange County News, I'm Alex Lopez.
Aw, good boy. Thank you for that treat of a story, Alex. Will Ferrell is officially a Hollywood starlet. One of our very own alumnus, actor, and comedian, Ferrell received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on Tuesday. Ferrell admits he's come a long way from doing stand-ups in the early 90s in LA area clubs like the Ice House in Pasadena, and shortly after he joined Saturday Night Live. After his major accomplishments, he said, and I quote, my kids will be able to say to their friends, "Hey, do you want to see my dad's star on the Walk of Fame?" Well, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the segment as much as I did. Now let's go back to the desk with Alex Lopez.
Some things take the cake, but these teachers take the apple. Two local teachers received welcome surprise last week when a team of Tustin Unified District officials showed up to their schools to announce they had been named the 2015 Teachers of the Year. Janice Litch, second and third grade teacher at Arroyo Elementary, was named Elementary Teacher of the Year. And Johnny Gonzalez, a math and computer science teacher at Beckman High, was named Secondary Teacher of the Year. These two teachers and the 26 other school site nominees will be recognized at Tustin's annual Teacher of the Year dinner on May 15th. For more than a century, the city of Tustin has been the home of the Jabberwocky, which is currently undergoing a restoration. Our reporter, Claudio Buccio, has the story.
The city of Tustin holds a wonderful historical treasure, and its name is the Jabberwocky. Since 1885, this small Victorian building has been an important site in old downtown Tustin. Originally created to serve as the first doctor's office in this city, it was Margaret Pottinger who gave life to the Jabberwocky in 1959.
I was looking for a place to open a store, and I thought I would go to Laguna Beach, but the place that we had in Laguna had already been leased, and we were driving back from Laguna to Santa Ana and came through Tustin, and we were looking at a place across the street that had a lease sign in it, and while we were looking in the window over there, we looked over here, and here was this darling building with a for rent sign in the window. And 20 minutes later, we had rented this place. Jabberwocky came from Alice in Wonderland originally, but when I picked it up, it had been part of a comic strip back in the 1930s that was called Gasoline Alley. And Gasoline Alley was a story about a teenager. And every week in the funny papers, they had a little column up in the corner called Jabberwocky. And Jabberwocky was the latest teenage jargon. And I figured when I opened a teenage store, Jabberwocky fit perfectly.
The Jabberwocky was closed in 1988, but was later leased twice as a bridal shop and then as a gift and garden shop. Unfortunately, on December 15, 2011, the building caught fire and was almost destroyed except for its beautiful old facade. The Tustin Preservation Conservancy has put together an online fundraiser to help Margaret and her nephew restore the place.
We have, interestingly enough, we have people from all over the country who've contributed. A lot of people who remember shopping here, people who were employees here, some people who live in the area. So it's been really, really rewarding to have so many people who want to help donate.
The goal is to reach $10,000, but the plan is to bring the Jabberwocky back to life. I'm Claudia Buccio, reporting from Tustin for Around and About Orange County News.
If you'd like to know more about the Jabberwocky or to donate, you can go online to gofundme.com/N2RIAC. A group of Costa Mesa school students developed a GPS tracking device for children, Alzheimer's, surfers, and others with disabilities. The team of seniors spent their school year forming a virtual company called GoTech and are headed to New York City to take part in a prestigious national convention. Matthew Brown, one of the team's members, says his brother, who has Down syndrome, was his inspiration for the product they decided to develop. Well, get ready to get your weekly sports fix. Our very own Jeff Sparks has the week's sports news.
That's right. I'm Jeff Sparks, and I have a ton of sports news for you today. Well, not really. Let me just break it down for you. Spring is here, and it's time to play ball. I took in yesterday's softball game at Santa Ana College. The Orange Empire Conference softball season is in full swing, and the Dons of Santa Ana College took their swinging seriously today. The 15-2 squad is 9-2 in conference, tied for second place. After 21 games, the top two teams are guaranteed to advance to the playoffs. In the bottom of the fifth, it took a game-ending double, a 3-for-4, 3 RBI day from freshman Chrissy McCullough to end the game by mercy rule. Here's what she says about her moment.
Feels good. I was in a slump and we had to come out of it today, and it was just awesome. Felt good back to be on the bases and stuff. I think it just boosts our confidence. It gives us another win in conference, and it just takes us one step closer to beginning first place.
Led by center fielder Emily Whitecavage and starting pitcher Victoria Franks, Santa Ana is on a 2-game win streak. Today, the Dons rode their offense in the opening 2 innings, grabbing a whopping 9-0 lead. We asked Coach how she views today's game and some insight about the rest of the season.
Victory.
It was great. I told the girls that they had very high energy for the first 2 innings. We batted through 9 the first inning and 10 the second inning, which is amazing. I asked them what happened in the next inning, and we let down a little bit. You know, in a close game when things aren't going your way and you don't push the runs across, we got to keep that energy going. So 2 innings of that energy needs to carry on 7, maybe 8, maybe 9, depending on how long we go in a game.
The third inning saw a change, with visiting Riverside City College getting across home plate twice with no response from the red and black. There were a couple of scoreless innings before the Dons started to assert themselves again. A game-ending double for Chrissy McCullough ends it today, and the Dons are victorious 10-2 from Santa Ana College. For Roundabout Orange County News, I'm Jeff Sparks. To follow the team and all Don athletics, go to sacdons.com. What does the Grand Canyon, the Empire State Building, and an upcoming UCI basketball player have in common? They're all larger than life. Mamadou Ndiaye is the nation's tallest Division I basketball player with a wingspan of 8 feet and a total height of 7 feet 6 inches. The Dakar, Senegal native has a dominating presence on and off the court. Volleyball, basketball, and futsal. All of them are in action at Orange County's newest indoor sports center. I was there with a scoring story. The popularity of volleyball is ready to spike with the opening of the county's spacious indoor training center. The Misty May Trainer Sports Center in Irvine is huge, and nobody seems to miss the noodle factory that used to be here. 3-time Olympic gold medalist and 4-time world champion beach volleyball player Misty May Trainer is considered the most successful competitor with 112 individual championship wins. She and teammate Carrie Walsh Jennings are considered the greatest beach volleyball team of all time. Fast forward to 2014, and her former personal trainer, Mike Rangel, is owner-operator of the substantial facility, opening last fall.
Well, I, for 10 years, had the privilege to train Misty May. Helped her win 3 gold medals. It was a great relationship, and I thought one of the neatest ways to honor her was to put her name on the building, which we've done. We've built this facility to be state-of-the-art, the best wood floor, the best equipment, best location, 27 video cameras, plenty of parking. It's all about what's best for the kids first, and secondly, what's best for the parents.
Many activities and programs are available, including futsal, basketball, and volleyball. Many parents and spectators come to watch the practices, trainings, and the many tournaments offered here.
I think it's beautiful. I think it's so clean. It's so easily accessible. The kids love it. The courts are fabulous. My kids all play soccer, so they come here to play futsal, and have had a lot of great practices here. They love it.
Such a huge place, this gigantic center with over 20 courts to play either futsal or basketball or soccer. Reporting for Roundabout Orange County News in Irvine, I'm Jeff Sparks.
For more information on youth and adult activities, go to the mmtsc.com. After an already rocky start to spring training, the Angels look for a leader. Perhaps no one fits this better than shortstop Aaoc Ibar. Last year was a breakout year for the 31-year-old Golden Glove winner. Ibar had his best season at bat with 68 runs batted in and made his first appearance at the MLB All-Star Game. He has already stepped up to the plate to help younger players like Taylor Featherston and Roberto Baldequin. Well, I could keep going, but I'll just wrap it up and go back to the main desk. Back to you, Alex and Claudia. Hasta la vista.
Thanks, Jeff. Well, that concludes today's show for Around and About Orange County News. Make sure to check out our sister show, Noticiero Latino del Condado de Orange.
And don't forget to check us out on YouTube and Facebook, youtube.aoc/nlco.com and facebook.aoc/nlco.com. Thank you for joining us.